I was so angry with God. I had been so tired of being disappointed month after month. You almost fucked me in the face.
Can you imagine? Sorry.
Hello. It has been like a hot second, but can we sit with you?
Yes. So, the vast majority of the world believes in a God of some sort. And the vast majority of the world, on some level with some frequency or not, pray to their deity. So, what is prayer? In essence, prayer is talking to God, a conversation with the divine, hearing, being heard, knowing, being known.
So, just over like 4 years ago, we found ourselves in a really challenging position. At that point, it had been like a good solid year and a half, we had been trying to conceive a second child. We had just received a referral from our family doctor to a fertility clinic, and I was so angry with God. I had been so tired of being disappointed month after month. Taking the daily prenatal vitamins was just a reminder. The amount of negative pregnancy tests and the emotional roller coaster of thinking like, this is gonna be the month, only to have it not be. And I remember this one particular moment, and it was late at night. David and Emma, they had gone to sleep, and I couldn't. I was so upset, I was disappointed, I was angry, and I felt like I couldn't even lie in our bed. So I got up and I came downstairs, and I got a glass of water, and I started to pray as I leaned against our counter, and I turned my gaze and there it was. Our beautiful new dining room table. 4 chairs, a long bench, a table meant for a family with multiple kids, a table that we had painstakingly saved for a number of years, and a table that we bought with a purpose. And as I stood there praying, that table was a dark reminder of my infertility. And I started to weep right there in our kitchen while I was praying. I was so angry at God. I was angry with my circumstances. I was angry with the body he had given me. And I was angry over that stupid table that was intended for a large family that I didn't have. I prayed. And I knew that God could hear me. And I knew that God saw me in my kitchen that night. His presence met me there. I share this story today to be vulnerable with you, to show you that, you can bring your wins to God. Celebrate that new job or that grade you got in a course that you've been working hard at. But know that you can also bring your sorrow, your disappointments, your fears. You can bring all of it to God. We believe that, and we know that because that has been our story. That has been our experience.
Guys, we love Jesus. We've talked about that in some of our previous videos. We pray to Jesus because we love him, we know him, and are known by him. We pray to connect with Jesus. We talk most of the time to him as we talk to each other, or as we talk to you in these videos, with normal words, not some fancy, flowery, churchy type vocabulary. We talk to him with emotions and questions and wonder and awe and frustration and anger and love. And sometimes our prayers aren't always answered. And sometimes when they are, the answer isn't what we wanted to hear.
Truth.
And we've never heard God's voice audibly, although how freaking cool would that be? Like, that would make a great story. And on top of all of this, the world is kind of a mess in some ways. And so we pray for the mess to be cleaned up, but the mess remains the same, it seems. So why pray? Why keep talking to a God that doesn't seem to talk back? That's a fantastic question. Like, seriously, solid point. Here's the thing. God does talk back, just not in the verbal, human, conversational kind of way that we'd like. We were talking to Emma about this recently, and we told her that we've never heard God's voice out loud with our human ears. but that we hear it in our hearts and in our minds. And she looked at us just like puzzled. And we tried to explain it further, but admittedly, it's a hard thing to explain.
Yeah.
How you hear an invisible deity who made all the things talking to you. Especially, like, how do you explain that to a 6-year-old?
It's true. Prayer, it definitely requires faith. And we're not talking about like a turning your brain off, irrational kind of like pie in the sky kind of faith. I'm talking about a real and true faith that is grounded in the person of Jesus. For me, my grandma, she represents one of these people. Prayer has always been a foundational part of my family and my family experience. And most times when I would see my grandma as a teen and then into my young adult and adult years, she would remind me, I'm praying for you twice a day. And I know she did. I know that my grandma had the faith to get before God twice a day and pray for each one of her family members. That God would meet them wherever they were, whatever they were facing. And I now know, as a 33-year-old who had to say goodbye on this earth to my grandma 4.5 years ago, that I am so thankful for those prayers. I believe in prayer, and I know that she did too. Because she taught me, no matter what you're going through, whatever it is, know that you can go to God with that. Whether you've known God for a long time, or you've never said hello to him, you can start. He's waiting for you in the quiet place. So I encourage you, find a place where you can just quiet yourself and just be with God. Allow your phone to go to do not disturb for just a few moments and quiet your mind. Start the conversation, because I know deep down in my bones, I know that he is already there and he's waiting for you.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Prayer is joining Jesus at the table. He's waiting for you to join him, to sit with him, to enter into a conversation. We believe that Jesus is waiting at the table for you. And so are we. So if you're facing something today that you need prayer for, please send us a DM.
Yeah.
How can we support you? Maybe it's with a family member or for your job, or maybe you're struggling with what to do next in a relationship or your career. Whatever it is that you're facing, we are here for you, and we would love the honor of praying with and for you. And we want you to remember, as we always say, you belong here.
Yeah, you do.
We love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.